Hello everyone, this is Corel Mel with Key Lifestyle Solutions. Grandmother Raven's protocol lights up the sky, and I am here today with your astrological reading for all the earth signs. I'm truly grateful that you stopped by to look at your astrological reading for June. June is a big month for all the signs. There's going to be a lot of changes in the world and in our personal world as well. So we're going to do the reading a little bit differently, not a lot different from last time. But to get started, we're going to do an oracle for all the earth signs as an overall message. Remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. So this is for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Let's see what we have here today for a message for you. And this card wants to come out. Okay. What do we got? Sacred Reverence, 47. That comes to 11. Ooh, that's pretty nice. What a nice card that is. And what I'm noticing is the world and the heart. And this is very relevant for the earth signs. I love that it has blue and there's a key. And new things are going to be opening up, new beginnings, lots of abundance. If you've been going through some rough periods lately, it's going to start to shift and change. That is for sure. Okay, so let us read what this one is. I'm just going to find it before we get on with the reading. Number 47, Sacred Reverence. Let's see here. Awe for the truth that spirit is everywhere. Inspiration coming through you as a result of reverence, joyful living, exploring possibilities with curiosity, spiritual passion, manifesting from the starting point of the realm of spirit. Oh, wow. That's powerful. As a Taurus, I can relate. Looking at the world, do you see all of life or only a limited part? When you look at a blade of grass, do you see just a plant? And when you encounter a puppy, do you see just an animal? While this categorizing is one way of viewing the world, it is only a fraction of the truth. It isn't enough. Look closer, and you'll observe the luminosity eminent in these living sentient beings. If you can allow yourself to take in all the world, including its spirit, then you see the whole. Reverence is an act of deep witnessing, respect, and awe. You experience it when you perceive every being and everything, every plant, rock, and tree, as sacred and alive. You naturally lean into a state of bliss and harmony and a profound sense of well-being. Whatever your dilemma or question, try to reframe your perspective to acknowledge the spiritual. If everything has value, including your most frustrating challenges, would you still ask your question from the same place? Can you regard the other as sacred, thereby erasing the separation between you? Embracing the perfection of how you came together is real magic, and you are tapping into this unity right now. No matter who or what is in front of you, see that person or thing as luminous and your interaction as holy. Then you will know what to do for the highest good of all. Oh, wow. Wow, wow. So there's this turning point that we're moving into that opens us up to the ability with our heart, an open heart, to know how we can show up authentically, at the same time being of service, knowing what purpose we have, or also understanding that when we do these things, it's for the benefit of all. And that just rings so true. I love that. So we're going to put that over here, and Remember, take what resonates and leave the rest. If this is not your reading for today, then that's okay. Because remember, this is for the whole month of June. So I'm going to start with Taurus. We're going to end on a note as a general message to all 3 earth signs at the end. Okay, we're going to start out with 3 cards. And we're going to look at what was in the past, what is present, and what is for the month of June. And if we need clarifiers, we will do so with the other deck. So, Sacred Ones, we're truly grateful. Thank you for being with us today. And we shall see which cards want to come out. I want to give them the opportunity to reveal themselves magically on their own. As they want to. There we go. Now, these are sitting neutral. So, we have 2 cards representing the past. The Star and the Chariot. This is like a knowing, moving into all that you know from the cosmos, like all you've ever been, all that you're connected to in consciousness. And it may have been at a stalemate in the past and it wants to move ahead. But that's the interesting thing about, well, what wants to come through for the present moment? Because there's been movement, but it's like you wanted to move a lot quicker than what it's revealing. So these want to go in reverse, these present ones. So what's here is the 10 of Wands wanting to go reverse. 7 of Swords, 3 of Wands, it's telling a story, 2 of Pentacles, and Judgment. All of these are right side up. Now, there is a move happening, and you can see it. Things are being balanced. Karma is being played out here and repaid. Okay. Which, this is how I'm viewing this Judgment card. It's like you realize you've come through so much that it is about to turn into your own wish fulfilled piece that you've been asking for. And there's still some pieces that have to happen in June before this movement happens where you move. You're going to be moving. This is in the present. There's a desire to move maybe onto the land. This could be about career as well. Making a move. Maybe you're going to move to another country. And everything is in your favor. You can see here that something is happening and your ships are coming in. You're going to be able to move forward. The 7 of Swords is a lot about like something missing, something lying, cheating, stealing. It's sneaky energy. It's like trying to figure out what is supposed to come up next in order to move ahead. But I notice this looks like it's nighttime and the moon is shining and illuminating something, how to keep following the crumbs. But it almost feels like, Taurus, you're trying to protect something. And you can't make this move until some other situations appear or reveal themselves. Okay? That's very interesting. These all want to turn right side up and this one in reverse. So that's what's going on in the present moment. There is movement happening. This is very much like a stalemate. And talking about this card, Sacred Reverence, my goodness. I'm not going to take those cards for the future. Sacred ones. Thank you so much. Truly grateful. Let's see what's for the month of June. In this present moment, you're trying to decide how to move forward stealthily. It's right. It's a mystery, right? Okay. Okay, same thing. This is wanting to go in reverse. So we have, oh, well, this is amazing, Taurus. So we have the Three of Swords in reverse. See this heart. Whatever hardships there were in regards to the heart, this is in reverse. So it's not that you didn't address any of these issues. You have, and you're on a whole new trail of a new experience, a new way of existing. This as well is turning. It's like here. So you're coming out of a very important time. And the month of June is going to reveal the new journey, which is super exciting. With this, I'm going to see if there's any clarifiers. The cards that are here are very nice. Very straightforward. Thank you, Sacred Ones. Two of Swords in reverse, King of Swords in reverse, and the Ace of Swords in reverse. This is clarified. These are all swords. Wow. So not seeing what's coming, you are seeing what's coming. That's the thing. With this whole reading, you are seeing what's coming. The Knight of Swords, there's going to be some other mental stuff in the month of June that you may not want to be bothering yourself with, Taurus. And this Ace of Swords in reverse, in this deck, it's really beautiful. It's like showing to be able to start to hear that intelligent mind, but you're not doing things the same way anymore. This isn't about totally being stuck in that mindset. This means that you're doing it by feeling what's in the heart. And does it feel right? And is this the right move? Is that the right move? You're not overthinking things. So in a lot of ways, I see this as a really good thing, because you're not getting caught up in the stories. You're not thinking linearly. You're thinking very circular, like the feminine way of thinking. And you're just going with the flow, really. That's what it's saying. There are going to be some choices that you're not going to want. You're going to want to use your feeling for and not the mind. All right, Taurus, that's very nice. I love that for you. For the month of June. That means things are unfolding. They're going to be moving quickly. Thank you very much for stopping by. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm truly grateful. And we'll speak to you in the month of July. Okay. We're now on to the sign. Wow. We are now on to the sign of Virgo. Virgo, you have two cards in the past. So getting distracted by shiny objects, maybe experiencing some manipulation with certain people that want to steer you in a direction. But your intuition, this Ace of Wands, is like it's starting to be very aware about what this is. Like you're starting to understand more how you can see who is not working in your favor. Let's just say that. Yeah, good to know, right? Sacred Ones, truly grateful. For Virgo, what's in the present position? Okay, so these two cards is in reverse, the Sun, and straight up is Seven of Cups. In the present moment, there's still something that you're trying to make choices over. this is the best card in the deck, and it's in reverse, meaning there are too many choices or different choices that you need to make in the next little while that you're faced with. There are big changes happening for you, and that's the thing we have to look at, is like, what are those big changes? And there's a bit of a concern about not like using the mind more than what you're feeling here. So that's quite interesting, Virgo. That's what's in the present moment, trying to decide the next move. And I sense that it's not so much about figuring that move out, although that's your typical way, like you want to do it your way, but it's actually, there's an opportunity to kind of look at it from a different perspective. You might have to make this change that you weren't expecting to make a change for. And like I said at the beginning, there's a lot of changes coming through for all the signs in the month of June. But there's also a lot of magic happening. So, sacred ones, what do we have for Virgo in the month? The moon. Okay, we'll get a clarifier on that one in the future. So this is going into the deep recesses, illuminating the shadow and the deep emotion of the feminine. There are some things that are still there for you to work on, but moving forward, there's an opportunity in June to go deep, like deeper than you thought you could. Or maybe you're going to get an opportunity to see what these choices are. Now, these choices may be on a personal note. This could be about a relationship too, where, you know, this person was trying to manipulate you and coax you into a relationship where you're not, it's like, yeah, that's not speaking to me right now. Maybe it's about taking a recess from what you're doing and changing it up a bit. Career could be the same thing. It's like, is this still what I'm called to do? Because there is Virgo, it feels like there's a sense of a new calling for you. And through this work, you're going to find out what that is. I mean, you've done a lot of personal work already, right? So let's get a clarifier. The past is pretty clear. I'd like a clarifier, please, for the present, for Virgo, sacred ones. Thank you very much. I'm truly grateful. Thank you. Thank you. The High Priestess, yeah. So trust your intuition. The High Priestess is an amazing card. It's the 2 card. It's like this true connection to spirit. And once you do that, that's the focus here. And then to feel what you know. But this work over here, this future work on a personal level, it's getting to know better who you are. And this pause that has to happen may be the big revealer as what you need to do next, because there are choices. But those choices, once you make a choice, this card goes right side up. And now you're doing your soul purpose. But you have to go deep. You have to go really deep inside to find that out. And here we are with the Knight of Cups. This is going to make you very, very, very happy and more in tune with your real emotions. They may have been ignored for a period of time, but this is saying when you do this other work, is some kind of spiritual work. This also is revealing, like, you know, on the surface, and I look at these 2 wolves, the dark and the light, you're going to really understand that within yourself, and then you're going to have some new stories to share. So whether you're embarking on a new career, it's totally different. I mean, that's possible work-wise, but this feels more like a journey, your own personal journey about where you come from and how much, you know, you used to not be aware of or see, and you're starting to make clear decisions where you want to go and how you want to do it. But it's this piece that you're going to go even deeper than you ever have before. So, you know, depending on where you go and what you do to find that out. It might be a personal retreat. You might just do this on your own. But there's something here really huge, this huge aha. And I'm seeing that there's a download here of information that would help other people as well. So congratulations, Virgo. That's very exciting. Thank you so much for showing up to watch your reading for the month of June. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll talk to you very soon in your July forecast. Sacred ones, we're now on to the sign of Capricorn. Please show me. Okay, it's coming out sideways again. We got Empress, the Death and Rebirth. Oh, the Death card. Ace of Wands, Knight of Swords. These are all neutral. So this is just depicting in the past, there has been a lot of change. Maybe even some loved ones that have passed and crossed the rainbow bridge. Could be pets, could be other things. And so my heart goes out to you. Big hugs. Those things are not easy to deal with. The Ace of Wands here, the third eye being fired on. And the reason why this is neutral is because you're still coming out of this and you're birthing, getting ready to birth something brand new. So that is the past. You've been waiting a long time to do this birthing. And the Knight of Swords, well, he's rushing towards this movement. And it's like it's been on hold. So things were moving along very good in the fall. And then, you know, December happened. And there was this stalling kind of energy. Even though things have moved, they haven't moved in a quick way. June, it's going to move a lot quicker. And different opportunities are going to be showing up. The Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Emperor, and the Page of Swords. So there is some new learning here that goes along, that you're learning. This King of Pentacles, you're not quite, Capricorn, it's not about money right now. And there might be a person that's presently there that may be interfering with finance, but in this present moment though, like with the Wheel of Fortune, it's a 10. It's displaying about this, the energy of money is not as important as to what you're learning and what you're becoming. So I see a very, very strong, like the Emperor is here. So very strong entrepreneur. This could be a person coming into your life that's, you know, it could be an Aries. This usually stands for an Aries. A fiery kind of individual. But this also could be you jumping into entrepreneurship. Or maybe you're already doing that. But the focus it's not on the money. It's on the development of your inner self. And you've been very successful connecting to the higher self. Yeah. All these older relationships are allowing you to see your capability and what you're able to do. And the Page of Swords, this is like learning new things, consciously and cerebrally taking in the information, developing your world in a way that you want to live. So this is very exciting, Capricorn. There may not be a lot that we, thank you, Sacred Ones, truly grateful. There may not be a lot here that we need to clarify, but I'll look. So we have the Strength card underneath that, which is very exciting. This is really good to know. Because all the work you've been doing around the heart. I'm looking at the dice here too. And there's been some ancestral pieces that have been cleaned up that bring you to the present moment from the past. So this is big, gives you strength and the ability to move on. 8, you know, patterns and also connected to the your lineages and things that we've learned through patterns and programming. Yeah, there's this strength, really strong, but at the same time, this gentleness of the feminine is coming through. Now, what we have here, Capricorn, in reverse is the Ten of Wands, Three of Swords in reverse, Four of Wands, and the Magician. So the Magician is the one card. You know your alchemy. The thing is that you're just going to be allowing Spirit to bring to you what you need. And the month of June, you're going to see that because you are making plans to move somewhere. It's not in June, but you are going to be moving, Capricorn. And you've worked through some of this. This is connected to this stuff that happened, you know, back March, February, March, April, into May. And maybe there is still some more that you're working through, but the bulk of it is done, and your heart is definitely healed or healing. Like you're over the rough patch. So that's good to know. There's going to be a celebration of what Spirit is bringing to you. And it isn't that you have to wield and you know, do all this extra work to manifest. It's just going to appear. Like it's going to come to you. So all that needs to required of you is to be patient. So I'm just going to get a general clarifier because these cards are pretty direct, but I'll just get a for the future in June. Sacred Ones, could you give me a clarifier, please? Truly grateful. Thank you so much. For Capricorn. So this is neutral. Three of Swords. Yeah. Coming out of this heartache has been very difficult. You know, when we get duplication of cards on a reading, that's a definite. This is what's going on. So where we want to be very aware is that we don't get caught with a situation that we haven't looked at what's happening in the heart space. And this feels like there's somebody that might even show up that's been in your life before, that they're going to just reappear. I mean, it's sort of indicated here, but yeah, that might have broke your heart. You know, somebody broke your heart in a relationship and now they're trying to come back. But so just be aware. This is clarifying the future, remember. Okay, Capricorn, is there any other clarifiers? It's just telling you, watch your choices, be aware who comes into your space. If it's an ex, you may want to pose a lot of questions, keep your boundaries in place, and remember, it's what you want, not what somebody else wants. Okay, now, feels good. I'm just going to look at the bottom card, is the Nine of Cups. Yeah, this is going to bring a lot of happiness when you take control of what your life is about. And there's a lot of celebration here. Beautiful. Okay, Capricorn, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that helps. And please like, share, and subscribe. And we shall talk to you very soon. Before I close, I got to do the closing summary. That's right. But thank you for stopping by. And we will talk to you in the month of, for your July reading. All right. Conclusion. 27. Enchanting gift. Or exchanging gifts, sorry. Oh, there's a beautiful cat. 27-9. So there is a completion. It's finally coming out of the mire of the muck. There might have been a lot of muck. I don't know. But this feels really nice. Like the ballerina coming out of the box, and it feels light and airy and playful. So what does this say? Okay. The law of giving and receiving, currency, trade-offs, weighing costs, and determining value. The Oracle's message. You're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them, yet in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. This is very true. It's not about competitiveness. It's about giving and receiving with no attachment. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time of just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. So this is beautiful. This really sums up for all signs a little something in there to remember as you move forward in your life of what you're doing in the month of June. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. And we shall speak to you next month.